Hello everyone, and my class got as an assignment to do a analysis of one of Micheal Kvium's paintings, and and my painting, what I chose was a painting. What painting was which was made in 1985 to 1990, and it was called an Naughty Boy. So the first assignment is that we need to depict depict the painting, and what we see here is that we see a naked boy, pretty young, by the fact that his stomach is it's kind of like a baby formed. If you have seen everyone has kind of seen a baby, and his a baby's belly is pretty weird compared to a normal human, like a grown human. So we know that he's pretty young, like around 3 to 6 years old, around that. So we see a shadow, but a woman's shadow. We see a chair right there and some paper or something else. I don't really know what it is, and we see a cross and two beds. So the next assignment or task is that we need the expressions of the persons. So we only got the boy, and the boy's expression and body posture is it's kind of it's not terrifying, but it's not someone you really want to meet if you saw them first time like this. So the way that the boy's body posture is that his arms are bent, which means that he's doing something actively right in this painting. And what I think is that he's kind of prepared to do something, like defend himself, or he's just ready for something. The way he looks too at the audience or us is that it's a pretty tough looking face, like don't near me, I'm pretty dangerous, and uh, you don't want to talk to me or do anything harmfully to do something terrible to me. So stay away. That's like the face expression he's doing right now, which is not someone you want to meet. And his skin color is pretty yellowish, pretty unnatural. Like it's like he's sick in some way, which I highly believe is the thing that he's sick in some way. And we can't really describe the woman because we only see a shadow, but she definitely got clothes on. We see some clothes right there at the top. I meant the skirt. So we know that she has clothes on. So the next assignment is that comment on the color choices. So what we see is like two contrasts, dark and light. So the boys' room is pretty much all dark colors, mixed with light colors, or not light colors, but some other colors like green, brown, and yellow, but mostly green, I would say. So, yeah, and then we see the contrast, which is light, and we see here that it's outside the room actually. That there's light. It's all light. It's pretty clear to see. It's just like all white, which is pretty like unnatural, to be honest. So Next is comment on the setting, mood, and atmosphere. So the mood we clearly see is, I maybe told that before, but there's something about to go down, like pretty quick. Like the woman is what we think, and what maybe is the most realistic thing to think is that the woman is entering the room and maybe is going to visit the boy, do something to the boy, and we know that the boy is not happy to see that the woman is coming because the way he stands and look. So we know that there's going to be action pretty soon, and it's not going to look good, not at all. And that it's kind of the atmosphere too, that we can see that it's not a pretty good relation they got, the kid and the woman. I'm pretty sure that it's the woman's mother, not the kid's mother, but we don't know for certain. But we can kind of guess that. So yeah, here comes the interesting part. Find symbols and explain what they symbolize and how. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. So what we see is there's not really something to analyze other than the body, the boy's posture, body posture and face, and that he's naked. So the naked that the boy is naked has a lot of can symbolize a lot of things. But what I thought that it would be pretty smart to think is that you can symbolize that to Christianity. In Christianity, they're described naked to be naked as a lot of things, like bad, like good and evil. That you have done something good or you have done something evil, or that you are meant to be like this in Christianity. So in Christianity they got, or not just in Christianity actually, but also in Greek sculpture, Greek mythology, they got that too, like the paintings of gods and the legends in Greek mythology, and also paintings from the Romanticism. I'm sorry. So it really depends on the context. Like it can mean a lot of things, as I said before, as I mentioned before, and it can indicate innocence, purity, defenselessness, vulnerability, helplessness, humiliation, shame, guilt, and judgment. And well, that's pretty much from a Christian standpoint, that you think that that's like the topics of Christianity that that what naked means, that these things I just told right now was the symbols that could mean in Christianities in the Bible. So in what I really think is that we could relate this to Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve, when they eat from the tree of knowledge, they got immediately naked, and they were pretty ashamed of that. So therefore, they was trying to look out for something to cover their body parts, and that's like the thing that we can relate them to. So yeah, alright, I'm sorry about that. So what we see here is that the kid is he's naked because he's kind of like embracing the evil. Judgment, I think that judgment here is like pretty important because the kid is about to get judgment. I think what I think is that he has done something horribly bad, which in Christianity is defined as a sin. The boy has done a sin, And the woman is not happy about that. I think that because, like, if you got a Christian symbol in your wall, a relic, then I think you kind of is a Christian. So I think the woman is going to teach him a lesson because he's done something which is seen as a sin in Christianity. So, but the boy clearly doesn't know because first of all he's too young, and that's also why I think that the artist has chosen a young boy and not an adult, because a boy he doesn't really know. He's like he doesn't know anything. He's purity. Like he is pretty purity. A boy, when he comes out and has life in himself and he's pretty happy, he shows a lot of emotion. A boy, and that's the thing I think about this. I think that the boy he's being himself. He's being his natural state. What the humans really are, without thinking that, oh, I need to be a good human and I need to help other people and not be selfish or be evil or everything else. Like, this boy doesn't know anything, and that's pretty much true. Like, kids does not know. We teach them what is right and wrong, and I think here that the boy doesn't know anything. And the mother is going to teach him that it was a sin he did. And the same thing goes for Adam and Eve. They didn't know what a sin was, and they never committed anything bad until they eat from the apple, which was forbidden by God. And that's like the same thing too. She's represented as God, kinda like. And the dark colors are represented as, symbolized as kind of like hell, his punishment. The dark colors, like you don't want to be in a dark room, it's not comfortable at all. And she's like coming in and punishing them. It's the same way that God punishes them, sending them to earth. Where I got some quotes from the Bible where they tell that I will increase your pain when you give birth. Like that's when God talked to Eve about sending them to earth and they need to reproduce and all that. You will be in great pain when you have children. And that's the thing I think here you also can relate to, that the woman has a great pain of raising this child maybe by herself or not by herself. We don't know that. And I think that's what it really is represented here. That the boy he doesn't know what's right and wrong, his true nature, and maybe also what was Adam and Eve's true nature. They didn't know, but then they learned it, and it was too late. And that's actually pretty much it. That the theme here is, just to clear it up, that that the boy he's pure. He's not pure-hearted in the way that he's like nice, but he doesn't know anything what evil or what good and bad is. And the same way goes for when Eve eats from the tree of knowledge. She doesn't know what good and evil is. That's why they covered themselves with something when they went naked, because then they knew, when they have eaten from the tree of knowledge, that it was something that they shouldn't have done. And the same way goes here. The kid doesn't know anything. Like he doesn't know what guilt is. He doesn't know what shame is. He doesn't know what to help to defend. He maybe knows to defend himself, but that's really it. What I want to address here. So thanks for listening and seeing this video, and bye.